Preseason hockey from Toyota Sports Performance Center in El Segundo, California. Maybe the first time the Reign have played competitively here, coming up in just 2 weeks as they start the 2020-21, scratch the 2020 part of it, AHL season. The Reign will take on the Bakersfield Condors here this evening, and it'll be Bakersfield's first preseason game. The preseasons for these AHL teams, they haven't quite aligned, but that's just been the way it's gone, and we're just happy that we're going to get to see some hockey here on the Ontario Reign's YouTube channel. I'm Cameron Close. I know I told you I was leaving, but here I am once again. One day I'll get out of here, and just when I thought I got out, they pulled me right back in. Ontario, we're going to see plenty of prospects. The Reign have somewhat gone through a shift, as have the LA Kings over the last few years, and we're going to get to reap some of those rewards, us AHL Ontario fans. And while we won't be able to see these players in person, you'll be able to keep track of them as they get ready to make their jump to the NHL and to potentially help the Reign compete for the Calder Cup when we do compete for it once again. Tyler Madden has lit up the score sheet in the early goings of the preseason for the Ontario Reign. One more preseason game for the Reign coming up, but nonetheless, he's been the guy to look at. Had 2 goals against the San Diego Gulls last night in a 4-3 loss for Ontario. The Reign went 2-1 versus Tucson last weekend in 3 preseason games against the Roadrunners. A couple other guys we can keep an eye on here. Arthur Kaliev. We saw him in the LA Kings rookie camp a year ago. Those games were played in Irvine, and he's a guy that you just know is going to figure it out at the NHL level. He's very speedy. He's very shifty. He always seems to have the ability to get open. He had a goal last night against the San Diego Gulls as well. At just 19 years old, he was taken 33rd overall in 2019 by the LA Kings. He was electric in the OHL, put up 200 combined points in his final 2 seasons with the Hamilton Bulldogs and won a World Junior Classic just a year ago, a gold medal, along with a few other guys who we'll see out on the ice tonight. Nonetheless, both teams have made their way out onto the playing surface. Bakersfield, again, it's their first game of the AHL preseason, the first competitive game they've played. The Reign a bit more tenured in that respect. Ontario, again, their season will start 2 weeks from this weekend. They'll play Friday, February 12th versus Tucson here in El Segundo. They'll play Tucson on Sunday as well that weekend. We'll send it down to ice level as we get ready for the national anthem and then tonight's game. So just about ready to go from Toyota Sports Performance Center in El Segundo. Let's get you through the laundry list for tonight's game. Well, there's going to be a few familiar faces on the Bakersfield side of the ice on the defensive end in Kevin Gravel and Ryan Stanton, but there's also going to be a familiar face in the officiating crew here this evening. Jordan Samuels-Thomas, a former Ontario Reign skater and a former guy, AHL, ECHL, all over his resume, will be one of the men with the orange stripes on his shoulders. He'll be joined by Ryan Hersey. Stephen Barry and Alec Rounds will patrol the lines. The Reign are in their black jerseys with white and silver trim. The Condors are in their white away jerseys with blue and orange, very reminiscent to their parent club, the NHL's Edmonton Oilers will start at center. Brett Sutter will step in to take the faceoff. All eyes are up. We're underway. Sean Durzi has control of the puck for Ontario. He moves it up and ahead and into the offensive zone. Ontario starting out there with Brett Sutter. Once again, already has that C. I don't think anybody thought that that would be a very difficult decision. His 4th season as captain of the Ontario Reign. Cooper Marodi's ahead for Bakersfield. He's into the offensive end. Now Stukel down in the corner back behind the net. Seth Griffith, veteran skater on the forward side of things, new to the Bakersfield Condors this year. He plays onto the puck, and Reign take it away. A newbie, Halloran, puts the puck right into the body of Rodrigue. He pushes it right back out and away. Former member of the Kings organization, Kevin Gravel, winds the puck over to the left wing side. Niemelainen will work it up the left. Into the corner it goes. Cracknell towards the front of the net. It's redirected high over the goal. Now the puck played off the half wall. Back up top to the blue line. Gravel has trouble with it, but keeps it onside. It's thrown towards the net. And the first save of the game for Jacob Ingham. Puck played back behind the net. Now it's worked over to the right wing side. It'll be pushed back deeper. A good forecheck here by the Condors into their offensive end. Reign will try to regroup onto it. Out of their own zone, they move it towards the bench. Mikey Asimont, he plays the puck. Asimont with an A on his sweater. Saw that a couple times last year, and especially in preseason, Kings rookie camp. Asimont signing a 1-year extension after his 2-year entry-level deal was up, and I think anybody on the LA Kings insider side of things would tell you the strides that he made rookie season to his sophomore campaign. Here's a break. Ryan Malone in alone. He's stopped. Another chance, and this one's held on by Ingham. Well, no crowd here, but if it was a home game, I think they would have had their first rise of the night with that nice save by the rookie netminder Jacob Ingham. He's a big body, 6'4", 200 pounds, takes up quite a bit of that 6x4 net frame, 20 years old. Played in the ECHL last year, was drafted by the Kings in the 6th round in 2018, and people have kept an eye on him. You kind of have to keep an eye on everybody that the Kings draft at that position, though. So many stories, so many guys that have been developed at that position by this organization. You almost just assume they're all going to be all-stars the way that Cal Peterson has proven, and when Cal Peterson left the Reign last year, Matthew Villalta filled those shoes nicely. It just seems it's an endless cycle. Next guy up on the goaltending side of things always seems to come through. Reign will have to take a face-off out of their own zone. Drake Rimsha has split each of the last 2 seasons between the Reign and the ECHL, one with the Manchester Monarchs and one with the Fort Wayne Comets. He plays at center here. Moves it over to one of 2 palings on the Reign this year. Twin brothers signed out of St. Cloud State University, Jack and Nick. A few St. Clouders on this team if you include Asimont as well. Luke Esposito with the puck in the neutral zone. Reign will grab it here. Tobias Bjornfoot. Now Durzi moves it ahead. This one's going to go down the ice. It'll roll all the way in on Rodrigue. He'll stop it in front of his net. Leave it for the defense. Lundstrom holds back behind his own net and analyzes his horizon as he passes over to the right wing side. Esposito will charge through the neutral zone. Moves it to Jacob Stukel. Tries to push it middle. Griffith was rushing there, but the Reign are able to turn it around. They'll push it through the neutral ice. Sutter ahead into the offensive end. Throws the puck back below the goal line. Puck out of the corner. Battled for and moved out to center. Bjornfoot will grab it. Bjornfoot, just 19 years of age, made the Kings out of training camp last season and was, I think, from some of the media that would have come regularly to AHL Ontario games last year, he was probably one of the best rookie defensemen in the entire American Hockey League. Out of anybody that would come in, just very, very strong on the puck, very smart offensively. We get a whistle and a stoppage of play here. And I think we're going to get our first penalty of the game. It's going to be a slashing call. Assessed to the Bakersfield Condors. Cooper Marodi will go to the box for 2, and Ontario's power play unit will get its first crack. Well, plenty of players to talk about. I'm sure we'll talk more about Bjornfoot, but for now, it's the power play, and it's Akil Thomas taking the face-off against Ryan McLeod. He wins it. It's back to Durzi at the blue line. They'll move it down the wall to Arthur Kaliev. Now back below the goal line. Sutter lets it get past him. The Reign will have to battle for it. Looks like they'll win that battle for now. Sutter has it along the half wall as he creeps past the hash marks, but the Condors are able to take it away, and they'll look to move it down the ice. Dursey back to collect it. You think about preseason last year, he had one of the prettiest goals, and it was a preseason goal, but I still remember him skating all the way down the wing on the ice, going through 3 zones and putting a puck into the back of the net against San Diego at the Honda Center in one of those games. It was a tough season for Dursey last year. He showed signs of brilliance at times, but he had injuries, one injury in particular that kept him out of a large portion of the season. It'll be really exciting to see what he does with a full campaign. Dursey, originally a prospect in the Maple Leafs organization, came over when Jake Muzzin got sent out to Toronto, the other Ontario. Carl Grunstrom and a draft pick coming back as well. Here's Kaliev pushing one towards the net, but it's blocked out in front by Niemelainen and then worked down the ice. Sean Dursey leaves it for Mikey Eyssimont. He goes back behind his own goal. Eyssimont excelled last year, pushing his totals up, and it seemed like half of his goals came within 2 feet of the net. We'll see if he keeps trying to establish his presence out at the net mouth. Puck played by Aiden Dudas now. Down the wall, around the back of the net it goes. It'll ride the angle of the boards and then work itself into the face-off circle. Now played by Kupari. He has Bjornfoot coming late. Kupari holds, fires his shot. Maybe more of a pass looking for a deflection. He does get that deflection, but it goes out of play. 14:55 to go in period number 1. 14 seconds remaining on Cooper Marodi's slashing minor. The first penalty on either team of this game. Rasmus Kupari, another guy you want to see with a full season under his belt. An injury in the World Junior Championship last year cut his season in half. High draft pick for the Kings. Bjornfoot behind the net, Eyssimont. Kupari off the half wall, looking out in front, curls down the wall, now turns back towards the goal. Works off his backhand, nice pass. Bjornfoot has a lane, now takes a shot, it's deflected, and it goes out of play as Marodi makes his way out of the box. 14:37 to go in period number 1. Now's a good time to talk about the coaches on either side of the bench. Jay Woodcroft, in his 3rd season behind the Bakersfield bench, has done an excellent job with that team and gave them 2 years ago their longest win streak, and one that will likely stand the test of time in the AHL record books. J.F. Wool and Dave Manson are his assistants. We'll get to the Reign coaches at our next stoppage. Yanni Caldas, and a pass that slips away from Desharnais. Reign will try to put their forecheck to work as Rimsha drives towards the puck. Bakersfield's Adam Cracknell moves it ahead. He's over the line. He drops it off. McLeod, nice pass, saucers itself over a Reign stick, but then bounces over the stick of Desharnais. McLeod with control of the puck. Played by Desharnais and now Caldas. Doty comes together with a couple of Condors out at center as the puck goes all the way down the ice. Cracknell, Caldas, and Doty all went down. Doty's 2nd year in a Reign sweater. Wearing number 37. He's moved the number around on his back a few times. But it's not a surprise to see him on the ice with 2 guys next to him. That's usually what it takes to put the big hulking frame of Jacob Doty down to the playing surface. Niemelainen with the puck out of his own zone for Bakersfield. He'll work it over to the right wing side. It's knocked down out of midair. And we're going to get the Reign to play it as a delayed offside on Bakersfield. It's moved up and ahead. Kaliev moves it into the middle. It's out in front of the net. Kupari couldn't get a handle on it. Now back behind the goal again. Tyler Madden up top. Cameron Gotts to Madden. A one-time chance, but he fans on the attempt. Now Kevin Gravel plays it up the right wing side into the neutral zone. 2-on-2. Marodi gets speed. Plays to Ostap Safin. Puck down towards the goal line. Reign turned it around quickly. They want transition, but Kupari has his pocket picked by his former teammate in Ryan Stanton. Stanton will quarterback the rush. It's played by Griffith, and he'll launch it out of play into the stands. Not into the crowd, but into the stands. We'll keep it right here as the teams will take their first pause of this one, and we'll talk about the Reign coaches just a little bit. John Wroblewski, in his first season behind the bench of the Ontario Reign. Coaching experience at many different levels, but most recently the head coach of the U.S. National Team Development Program, and that is what should get you excited as a Reign fan. This is a guy, maybe more as a Kings fan, but definitely as a Reign fan. This is a guy who is very well versed in coaching the most talented players in the United States that play on that U.S. team. Virtually every single one of those players and every single player in the USHL gets a Division I college scholarship if they want it. And the U.S. National Team Development Program is the cream of all that crop. So what his job has been to do is to take those players and for 2 years develop them as well as he can and to get them ready for the NHL. He's done it with Alex Turcotte. He's done it with many other familiar names. If a guy is one of the best Americans in pro hockey right now and he played his junior hockey in America, he probably went through that program. And that's where Wroblewski comes from. Chris Hyde, a familiar face, his second year as assistant behind the Reign bench. And Craig Johnson joins the staff as well. He's been in the Kings system as a development coach since 2018. 557 NHL games played for Johnson, 429, the large majority of those with the LA Kings. So some changes to what was a pretty mainstay bench for a while, and it's definitely exciting as we see this team and all the excitement about the LA Kings and their development. Well, now you look at the Reign bench, you look at the Reign roster, and it seems like the two teams blend together more than they ever have before. The puck is out in the neutral zone. Stanton stops it at the blue line. It's passed laterally across the ice. It'll be pushed up and ahead. And Stukel getting onto it, throws it through the net mouth and out the other side. Reign will try to move it away. Halloran. Desharnais launches it in on Ingham. He'll decide to keep it with 12:25 remaining in period number one. Want to welcome everybody to our broadcast of this preseason game. The final one here at Toyota Sports Performance Center before the regular season kicks off for the Reign in just 2 weeks. And we're here live on YouTube TV, or whatever we want to call it, Ontario Reign YouTube, youtube.com/Ontario Reign. All the regular season games, though, are going to be on AHL TV. And just like we had that service set up for when you couldn't make a game at Toyota Arena last year, that'll be the case this year for all games at Toyota Sports Performance Center, and you'll be able to watch all road games. Be sure to get a subscription now. I mean, they'll never stop selling them, so I'm not going to tell you before it's too late. But be sure to get on that. You'll want to catch the Reign in all of these games, especially with some of the prospects that you see on the roster here today. The puck goes out of play. Let's talk about another one of those prospects. I mentioned him in the pregame. He has been lighting up the preseason, a very exciting player. That's Tyler Madden. 2 years at Northeastern. His father, a familiar name to longtime hockey fans, John Madden, longtime New Jersey Devils Stanley Cup champion. Tyler was drafted in the third round by the Canucks in 2018, but came over in that Tyler Toffoli trade, was part of that package. He had 2 goals last night against the San Diego Gulls, and you see not just the draft picks that the Kings have been able to acquire, but the quality prospects as well. He is certainly among those. Face off in the right wing side for Ontario. Still waiting for our first goal of this game. Adam Cracknell for the Condors. He'll skate in and he'll line up against Nick Paling. Reign have control of the puck. Moverari moves it up the left wing side. Rimsha ahead. Doty will battle for it. He'll use his body to win the puck. Now Rimsha with control. Rimsha looking back to the blue line. Able to get it there. Moverari now Phillips. He'll throw it around the back of the net to safety. Doty battles once again. Cracknell out of the corner. Nick Paling. And now into the middle. Rimsha gives it away. Hamblin work over center. He'll play it a bouncer in on Ingham that he's able to corral, and a little bit of fireworks out in front of the net early. Sometimes those are the toughest for goaltenders to handle. Ingham seeing that one bounce about 2 yards in front of him or so, and he's able to hold it against his body and the blocker. Now this Bakersfield team, we'll talk about them for a moment. 2 familiar faces we said on the blue line. Ryan Stanton, longtime Bakersfield Condor, spent a year with the Reign last season, and we saw him in the warm-up skating around, joking around with some of the Reign players as they would cross over center ice. Same thing can be said for Kevin Gravel, who was originally drafted by LA and spent some time with the organization. Last year with the Toronto Maple Leafs and Marlies. Now here in Bakersfield, right in the same division where he started. Puck down the ice. A new face for the Reign that we'll talk about, Cameron Gauntz. What an amazing pickup. If you're just an Ontario Reign fan, that's one to be excited about. Stanton with the puck for Bakersfield, throws it into an open corner. Reign get to it, they push it ahead. The puck will go down the ice, it'll die before it hits icing. Kupari after it, Stanton controls and pushes it back behind his own net. Griffith looking at the pass coming towards him. The Reign get to it, but they throw it through and into the neutral zone. Saffin steps into the offensive end, and now Dursey has control of the puck. He looks up at Bjornfoot, catches it on his backhand. Now laterally over center. He'll throw it and it'll careen into the Bakersfield bench. Let's talk about Cameron Gauntz for a moment. Two-time AHL All-Star that played in Syracuse last year. Was in Ontario for the All-Star game last year as part of that North Division. And he's a long tenured player. A guy who's worn an NHL jersey, 646 AHL games played. Closer to 700 pro with his NHL experience, and a Calder Cup champion with the Texas Stars in 2014. You lose a guy like Stanton, you obviously want to make up for that on the back end, and not that the Reign lack the pieces to do that already in their system, but to add a guy like Gauntz with all his experience and a guy to put next to some of the prospects, it's invaluable. Bjornfoot joins the rush, in over the line. Halloran still controlling the puck. Paling a shot, it whistles wide and comes out to the neutral zone. Dursey waiting there. Jack Paling sprawls out to try to catch the puck. But instead it goes down for an icing. And the Reign will be backed up into their own zone with 9:46 to go in period number 1. Zeros on either side of the single scoreboard here at Toyota Sports Performance Center. It's funny, the players are the same size, the sheet is the same dimensions, same amount of coaches and trainers, but everything just looks a little bigger in a rink here at TSPC that holds, I don't know, at max in the bowl, maybe 1,000, 1,500 people. Not even. It's probably on the higher end. It is surreal. It's fun to watch. Gambardella with the puck, plays it middle. Brassow sends it wide. Gravel now down below the goal line, the defenseman. Trying to get it over to Gambardella. Sutter right on his tail, stapling him into that wall so he can't move away with the puck. Puck loose. Brassow goes in after it. Dursey helping. Puck move middle. Here's a chance for Bakersfield. Nielainen with a shot, and that one stopped. Out in front by Ingham. It's still loose in front of him. It's corralled into the corner. Reign looking for control of it. Bjornfoot has it come off his stick. McLeod with it on the backhand. Moves it into the middle. A shot for Hamblin is held onto by Ingham. And he won't let that one go. We'll take a quick pause and we'll come back in a minute. 0-0 the score here from El Segundo at Toyota Sports Performance Center. Back inside TPSC, as they call it, Toyota Sports Performance Center. For a while it was TSC, Toyota Sports Center. I like the performance ad. I think TSPC, it rolls off the tongue a little bit easier. It's like U.S. National Team Development Program will give me all the problems in the world. USNTDP, TSPC, it's a little easier. Ontario is offside entering the offensive zone. Arthur Kaliev trying to get in there. It's funny, we see Jordan Samuels-Thomas wearing number 80 one of the two referees here in this preseason contest. He's played against some of these players on both sides, Brett Sutter included, played with some of them. And you have to wonder what it's like. You always hear about players going from the coaching side from playing. Maybe some of them try to go to the development side, the scouting side. You don't hear too many of the stories of very successful players going into the officiating side. And it's got to be a strange feeling to be out there with some of the guys who you were extremely competitive against. Here's a chance for the Reign. They turn into an odd man rush. Kupari into the offensive zone. Kaliev a shot. It's stopped and kept out. In. No signal yet. A goal. Ontario is on the board. It's 1-0. Kaliev threw the puck towards the front of the net. It must have gotten under Rodrigue. It took a moment to figure out, but I don't think we're going to have any review of that. It's going to be 1-0. Well, it was an odd-man rush. It looked like it was going to be a clean 3-on-1 into the offensive zone. It quickly turned into somewhat of a 2-on-1. Maybe the Reign not quite having that puck settle down on their sticks as they enter. Back and forth with Kupari and Kaliev is able to put it home. He had a goal last night against the San Diego Gulls, and now he has the first one of the game against the Bakersfield Condors. Well, we'll see who's credited with the assists on that. Obviously, Kupari will get one. But without the benefit of replay in front of me, I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I'm sure you all know. You all are probably following it and have a better memory than I. Stukel out of the corner. Now the puck played by Asimont as he tries to turn it up ice. The Reign controlling a 1-0 lead now. Puck given away. Griffith moves it to open space. Sounds like just Kupari on the assist. Maybe one will be added later. We'll find out as the puck is moved over center. It's onto the stick of Dudas with men coming late. Dudas holds. Thomas back to Dudas. His shot, it's stopped. The glove goes up and Rodrigue is able to get a piece of it. Now Bjornfoot a try. Rodrigue another save. Bjornfoot gets his own rebound. Looks across in front of Dursey. He'll wind a slap shot. It deflects and goes out of play. Well, good hard pressure for the Reign there as they force another scoring chance in on Rodrigue. That time he's up to task, especially on the shot of the far side of the ice. Good one for him to move to. The first one gets his body big and stays out in front of it. Olivier Rodrigue, world junior champion with some of the other players like Akil Thomas and Quentin Byfield, Aiden Dudas. They all played on the same team that won gold for Team Canada. A year and a month ago, 13 months ago or so. The U.S. winning this year. He didn't play in those games, but part of those teams, and you have to imagine that you still remember those relationships whenever you win a championship of that caliber. Puck moved ahead. Here's Rimsha, one-on-one against Gravel. Rimsha drops it off to Doty. Doty able to get it out of skates. It looked like he wouldn't be able to. He moves it into the middle. Now the puck played out of the corner. Paling tries to knock it down. Safin is up and ahead on it. And a good regroup by Jacob Moverari to move that puck up quickly. Doty with it. Rimsha driving middle, and then he has to skate himself backwards and trying to control the puck. It's back in the Reign zone. Marcus Phillips. Moverari. Phillips looking for a dispatch pass out of his own zone. Played it up and ahead. Halloran's tripped up. Another penalty coming to the Condors. Ontario 0 for 1 in the power play. They'll get another shot with 6:08 to go in period number 1 and leading by a goal. An easy one to call at center. And Brissau will go to the box for a trip. And Ontario, since that goal, they have seen the ice tilt in their favor, and credit to them. It has earned them a power play by staying on the attack. We'll see if they're able to take advantage this time. Kupari, who had the assist on Kaliev's tally, he'll start out there at center, and he'll go in against Ryan McLeod. He gets the face-off win. Played by Asimont. Now Bjornfoot, he looks across. A chance looking in. Gauntz holds. Kupari has a lane. He takes a shot. It's blocked out in front. I don't think it ever got through to Rodrigue. Now to the corner. It's back to the blue line. Bjornfoot holding. Kupari looks in. Back to Bjornfoot. Fakes a slap shot. Drops off. Gauntz, his shot is wide. Maybe looking for a deflection out in front. Reign corral the puck once again. It's played by Bjornfoot. Long shot deflects, and this one's blockered away and punched into the corner by Olivier Rodrigue. Now played into the slot. Kupari had to catch it on his offhand. Now he'll work it himself down the left wing wall. Out of the corner, he throws the puck down below the net. Played by Asimov, Bjornfoot around the perimeter to Gantz. Now a one-time chance. Kupari, he's stopped by Rodrigue, gets himself in the way of it. Now it's played by Asimov. He'll roll it back to the defense, but it splits Bjornfoot and Gantz. Cameron Gantz will be back to collect out of his own zone. Minute 5 remaining on the power play. A tripping minor that keeps Brassow in the box. Dursey with control of it. Ontario 0 for 1 in the power play thus far. This their second chance. They lead 1-0 though. A 5-on-5 goal is the difference. Dursey with control of it. Sutter back to Dursey. Dursey going to try to get in over the line himself. He does. Gives to Kaliev. Rain will have to regroup. 40 seconds to go with the extra man. Dursey pushes ahead. The goal scorer Kaliev with it on the wing. Drops off. Dursey looking for a pass. Fires one across. Unable to hit the stick of Madden. He corrals it. Madden looks into the middle. Now Thomas, he looks across at Kaliev, but it's moved away. Now another one towards the front of the net. It deflects and is patted away by Rodrigue. Kaliev has it poked out to center. Great defensive play there by Holtz to get his stick in the way for Bakersfield as the Reign, for the second time, were able to move it cross crease. And the only reason that one wasn't taped to tape was because of the toe of his stick. Thomas with it down the wall. Kaliev up top. Penalty expires. Quick shot on goal. This one deflects. It's on an open side of the goal. Into the middle. It can't be found home. Madden finds it. Backhands one behind the goal. Now Phillips after it. Puck still loose. It'll be played up and out to center. Caldis with control of it. Caldis dangerously flips one past Madden. It's moved ahead. Stukel, bad angle, drops off. Cracknell into the slot. Rain grab it, paling onto it. He'll push it up and over everybody. A moonshot that then sits down. Doty able to kick it forward to his stick. Doty into the corner. Stanton working on him. Puck back below the goal line with 3.5 to go. Imperia number 1. Ontario 1-0 lead for them. Bakersfield though pressing into the offensive zone, and a great save is made by Ingham. He doesn't go down and out. He doesn't go too far one side or the other. He's able to hold his ground and cover up the puck after he makes the save. 3:23 to go. Imperia number 1. Ontario with the first goal of the game. They lead at 1-0. We'll take our final break of the opening frame. Ontario with the defensive zone faceoff, unable to win it. Leading 1-0. A shot is blocked out in front of the net. The Reign's Holtz able to get in the way of it. Puck out of the corner now as it's played back to the blue line. Stanton holding it. Dudas loses his stick. He'll run to the bench to change. Back behind the goal, Holtz with control. He'll play it towards center. It'll be found there and then turned around quickly by Marodi. Puck out in front of Ingham. He slides across, never had to touch it. Finally, the Reign able to move it up and ahead. Halloran chases after it. Bad angle, throws it across the goal, and Rodrigue is able to jump out and smother it. Cole Holtz handling the puck a few times there. Penn State's all-time leader in goals, assists, and points. A younger program, his brother Mitch, we've seen a few times. He played with San Diego, some time with Stockton as well. Holtz, a 5th rounder by LA in 2017. Sutter in the offensive end. Locks horns with Esposito in the faceoff. Esposito is able to win it. Bakersfield throws it down ice. Bjornfoot back to corral it out of the corner. Dursey sees it bounce past him. It goes off glass and out of play. Bakersfield will collect a faceoff in the offensive zone. Again here, Ontario in their final preseason game at Toyota Sports Performance Center. They will begin their season here against the Tucson Roadrunners on February 12th. That's a Friday, so just under 2 weeks away. 13 days, ooh, spooky to be exact. And they'll play Tucson again just 2 days later. Halloran races up the right again. He's got a man towards the front of the net. Holds, drops, Dursey shot. It's stopped with the glove of Rodriguez and then moved into the corner. As Sutter with it back behind the goal. Looking out in front. It's bounced off the apron of the net. Esposito trying to corral it. He does. McPhee with control of it now. They'll look to work it out. He drops it back. Well, how many times now have we seen Nick Halloran force something out of nothing using his speed up the right? 4 years at Colorado College, signs an AHL deal with the Reign in the offseason. And already showed us something here in El Segundo. Caldas moves it up and ahead. Brasal with it. Malone to the net. He's got space. He sends it wide. It's played by Desharnais now off the wall. He keeps it working on Bakersfield sticks with 80 seconds to go in the opening frame. Reign up 1-0. It's played up. Caldas looks in, fires a shot off the legs. Kupari gets himself in the way of it, and it's turned up and ahead by Tyler Madden. On the left wing side, he has it bounce away from him. Caldas gets control of it. Good body pressure by the Condors. Desharnais there to move Madden off the puck. Gambardella up and ahead into the offensive zone. Long shot snared by the glove of Jacob Ingham. You hear that clock tick down. 1 minute to go. It's exactly what's on the clock right now. Ontario, another defensive zone faceoff. You have to like the way they've played. They have been very impressive in this first period. I can't tell you the shots on goal right now because I don't know. It's not on the scoreboard and it's not online, but I'll find out for you at intermission. But the eye test tells me that they have had some excellent scoring chances here in this first period. Obviously the scoreboard will tell you that, but sometimes the goal amounts can be misleading. Two power plays, 0 for 2. But in between those two power plays, the Reign controlled the pace of play exceptionally. About a half a minute to go now in the first period. Nick Paling will move it out to center. Lundstrom now will drop it over to Stanton. He'll leave it off. McLeod speeds to the neutral zone, serpents himself into the offensive end. McLeod drops it back. Cracknell scores. 13 seconds to go, and Bakersfield has tied it up late. Good entry by McLeod. He weaved himself through center and was able to drop that puck off to Adam Cracknell, who's able to find the back of the net and equalize the game. Nothing that Jacob Ingham could do there. He really had to commit to McLeod the way that he was able to work himself into the zone, and that'll be one that you want to shut down in the neutral zone. But instead, McLeod, very talented player, is able to get himself in on goal, draw the attention of the netminder, move it from his backhand over to Cracknell, who has an open side of the goal to look at. So just 10 seconds remaining now in a tie game as I praise the Reign. That's why the scoreboard can be misleading sometimes. Ontario moves it out to center, and that will do it for the first 20. Shots on goal at the end of one. Bakersfield 11, Ontario 9. Bakersfield's final push. It seemed like they started to tilt things back in their direction in the last 4 or 5 minutes of play. It was enough to get them on the board, and we are basically right where we started. Even after 20 minutes. 16 minutes put up on the clock for intermissions here, a little less than what you're used to at Toyota Arena. We will miss the different things from intermissions like the fan bony or perhaps some of our great group outings that saw some, I don't know, different things, karate, dancing, everything that we focus on in the broadcast booth. So now the intermission's a little bit shorter because we don't have as many of those. going on. But you never know. Maybe the Reign insider, Zach Dooley, the Kings insider now from what I'm told, wants to come down here and give us a show at center ice. I know he lives in the area when he's not with the LA Kings. Nevertheless, 1-1 after one period of play. We'll send you out. We'll bring you back a few minutes before the second, and we'll see what happens in that middle frame of regulation. Keep it tuned. Second period is just a few minutes away. Ontario and Bakersfield, they're tied up at 1 apiece after one period of play, of course. I'm Cameron Close. You're back inside Toyota Sports Performance Center in El Segundo, just in the shadow of the beautiful LAX. Let's talk about the first period. Ontario opened up the scoring. Arthur Kaliev gets the goal from a bad angle. We weren't sure if it was in right away. It took the officiating crew a minute to decide, and they called it a goal. It was underneath Rodrigue, who was in the cage. He gets his second goal in a row. Had one last night against the San Diego Gulls. Rasmus Kupari was able to work it into the offensive zone and get it to him, and a great outlet feed from Jacob Moverari to get him there. Those are your two assists. Looked like Ontario was going to head into the locker room with that 1-0 lead, but with just 13 seconds to go, Bakersfield ties it up. Jacob Stukel will get a secondary assist, but the play was really created, and the goal by Ryan McLeod, who gets the primary assist. He worked himself all the way over center, probably through 3 or 4 Ontario Reign bodies, then quickly worked the puck across the net to Adam Cracknell, who fired it home. That's where we stand, right where we started, all knotted up. Ontario here in their final preseason game. They begin their regular season here at TSPC on Friday, February 12th against the Tucson Roadrunners, who will stay in town until Sunday to play the Reign again on the 14th. Valentine's Day, I believe, so I'm sure it'll be a lovely affair for you to stay at home and watch the Reign on YouTube with. They'll switch ends. Jacob Ingham goes down to our right-hand side vantage point, and Olivier Rodrigue down to the left. The Reign skate right to left in their black jerseys. And again, Brett Sutter's line will start out there, centering the line of Jack Paling and Nick Halloran. Jack, one of 2 Palings on the Reign, both of them signing AHL deals. Twins from St. Cloud State University, 2 NCHC championships, 4 between the 2 of them, I suppose. With St. Cloud State University, both of them grew up in Lakeville, Minnesota. Seems like an easy out for a name of a town in Minnesota, Lakeville. It's the land of 1,000 lakes, and I guess they stuck with the bread and butter of the state with that one. In neutral ice, Sutter lines up once again. This time we'll take a face-off against Cooper Marody once again, and he wins it. Sean Durzi will go back to collect it. He'll play it off the end wall. Bjornfoot now with it. He plays it up the left wing side. Brett Sutter looking across. Puck bounces around into the neutral zone. Bjornfoot ahead. Bodies collide. Neutral zone battle. Puck back into the Reign end. Seth Griffith charging forward. He'll get onto the puck. Looks back to the blue line. Now throws it into the corner. Bounces off the skate blades of Marody. And now Paling will bring it out to center, looking for a pass across to Halloran. Griffith plays it back. Seth Griffith, veteran of over 400 pro games, over 450. 79 of them at the NHL level. Boston and Buffalo, amongst others. Cracknell with the puck, the goal scorer for the Condors, drops it to Gravel. Looking up and ahead, puck loose. Bakersfield is onto it on the left wing side. They'll work up and off a stick right in on Ingham. He'll be forced to cover it up. Hamblin coming in quickly on him. Well, Ingham has looked good so far. The one goal that has found its way past him, the one puck that has found its way past him. A very tough one for him to handle. It's a lateral play coming across a mini 2-on-1 developed by McLeod, and nothing he could do in it, but he's made some real quality shots. Bakersfield with 11 shots on goal in that first period, and that one I suppose maybe could be construed as number 12. Niemelainen out of his own zone, passes it across to Gravel. Moverari once again, now Asamont. McLeod. He'll pass over to the left wing side. Niemelainen once again looking forward. It's Right now by Marcus Phillips, who the last time he was with the Reign wore number 5 for a handful of games. Now finds himself in number 26. Dudas up the left wing. Launches it around the end wall. Asamont coming late. He gets crunched hard, and he's shaken up a bit as he makes his way back to the bench. That was a really rough one into the boards, and you could just feel it. You could see the boards not move at all right there. Here into the offensive end. Madden, a shot, save made, rebound. He scores. Collects his own off the pads of Rodrigue, and it's 2-1 Ontario. Tyler Madden, 2 goals last night. Gives the Reign the go-ahead here early in the second period. And a great play by him. Really just shot it, didn't have much to look at. And probably just said, I got to get this puck on net. And he did just that. The right-handed shot coming in on his strong side, puts it right off of Rodrigue. It was a hard shot, hard enough that he was able to then handle his own rebound off the careen off the pads, and then put it right past the netminder Rodrigue on his blocker side. And again, 2-1. Now 3 goals in 2 games here in the preseason for Tyler Madden. And it hasn't been limited to just that. The AHL hasn't kept full preseason stats, so I won't begin to guess his point totals, but he has just been all over the place this preseason, icing as the puck now makes its way down. Again, talked about him earlier, but you have to talk about him again. Tyler Madden, 2 years at Northeastern under Jim Madigan and that team. He was drafted by Vancouver in the 3rd round a few years ago and came over in that Tyler Toffoli trade with Tim Schaller and a 2nd-round pick. And you get excited when you get first and seconds, but when you get a player like Madden, you get even more excited than what the potential could be at that, top 62, soon to be 64 number. Desharnais out of his own zone. Bakersfield deliberately through neutral zone. They'll move it to the offensive end. Jersey now quickly knows the hit is coming. He moves it across. And now the puck at center. Ostap Safin stops it there. Moverari up the left. He'll launch it into the offensive zone. It rises above the glass and then sits back down. Reign looming around the perimeter into the slot. Phillips a shot. It's saved by Rodrigue. Phillips keeps it in at the blue line. It's worked down towards the front of the net. Down to the corner, Rimsha wraps it around the end wall with speed. It'll make its way towards Moverari, but it gets away from him, and forward comes Griffith. Numbers if he hurries into the offensive zone. He drops it off to Marody. He looks for a late man coming in. Gravel knew he couldn't get the pass to him, so he just, instead of producing a turnover, just limits the puck to safety against the wall. The Reign will be able to get after it here, but a hard forecheck from Bakersfield. Ontario's forced to just throw it out to open ice at center. Behind the goal, Ingham plays it. And now out of the corner, it's played over on the right wing side. Halloran. Phillips out of the corner. Moverari, he has it get past him. Kevin Gravel knocked off the puck. Brad Malone. Phillips tripped up, but it looked like incidental contact to be maybe skate on skate. He goes down. Moverari battling. Bakersfield a good possession on this shift. Gambardella with the puck behind the net. He has Brassow parked in the slot. Couldn't get him a pass. Puck into the corner now. Moverari looking to move it up the left wing. Phillips, he has been out there a long time, as this full 5-man unit, but especially the defense. And it's that long change here in the second period. Phillips finally gets himself to the bench for a change, but Bakersfield still with the puck. They have been controlling the pace of play for the better part of 2 minutes here. Cracknell with the puck in his own zone. Puck moved into the neutral zone. Cracknell through bodies. He's over the line into the offensive zone. Bad angle, tries a shot. It doesn't get through. Dudas moves it ahead. Takes a funny bounce off of Asamot's stick plate, and Cracknell has it again. Cracknell waiting, looking for a pass. Drops off, long shot. This one's into the body and held on to by Ingham. A blast of a shot by Yanni Caldis. And he couldn't get it to go. There was a ton of traffic out in front of Ingham, and he stood tall. Big goaltender Ingham, 6'4", 200 pounds. He takes up a lot of that net and makes you think of a guy like maybe a Jacob Markstrom in the NHL. He's not quite that big, but he just stands tall in the net. It almost seems like even when there's traffic in front of him, even the way you see he's setting up right now, it just seems like there's no place to put it past him. Those big goaltenders, when they can really control their angles and they're students of the game, they can be so dangerous. They can be so difficult to get shots past. Cracknell with the puck. Now McLeod. Bakersfield with it, still Caldis. The Reign are going to get a penalty here. I think it might be hooking. It's tough to say. Yep, that is going to be the call. Jordan Samuels-Thomas making the call. And it looked like, the stick just kind of made its way, I guess, up towards the glove enough. Akil Thomas, the culprit, it just kind of slid up the shaft of the stick as Caldis was trying to move around with the puck a bit. It's enough to send him to the box. And this will be Bakersfield's first shot with the extra man, their first power play try. Nothing going in the first period. The only special teams we saw was Ontario's power play unit, 0 for 2. But Ontario now leading 2-1. Bakersfield a chance to try to get back in it. Griffith, face-off win in the power play. Lundstrom, control now Marody. Marody, top of the circle, moves it into the slot. Griffith corrals, gets it right back. One-touch passing, he'll work it across. Marody looks in, fakes a pass over to Lundstrom, but loses the puck in the process. He regathers it. Now back behind the net. It's worked over the side of the goal, and a chance goes home. Hamblin able to get a piece of the puck, and it just seemed like he almost just hacked at it out in front of him and got enough of it to put a lot of speed on it. It seemed that's a pro player right there that's able to get enough of the stick on that loose puck that quickly. He gets it to go right over the blocker's side shoulder of Jacob Ingham. Esposito and Kupari go in on the face-off. A power play goal, 1 for 1 for Bakersfield. Evens us up. It's 2-2. Dursey trying to collect it in his own zone. Now Kupari, or in his offensive zone. Kupari with it again. His shot is blocked by Esposito. Got right out in front of him. And the puck flies out of play. The Reign will get an offensive zone face-off now. Right wing side circle. Again, it's Hamblin's goal. Give the assists on that goal to Cracknell. We'll find out the secondary. I believe it's going to go up as Lundstrom. We'll make sure of it. Tyler Madden moving forward. Nice pass. Kupari in space. Top of the circle. Now back behind the goal. Behind the net. Kaliev looking in front. Out of the corner. He drops it off. Holtz across. Madden, another goal for him. Back-to-back games with 2 of them. A great play set up. And an open side of the goal for Madden's one-timer to find the back of. Well, really good puck movement there. Holtz. Madden finishing. And Arthur Kaliev involved as well. Multi-point effort for him in this preseason. The Reign take their lead right back. It's 3-2 with 12:55 to go in the second. Cole Holtz from center launches one over the net off the end glass, and Akil Thomas gathers it out of his own zone. Cole Holtz again. A really nice pass from Holtz on that play. To be impressed. And Kaliev getting it set up. You just like the puck movement around the perimeter, and we know how skilled all of these players are. That's not a question. We know their draft positions. We know where the Kings prospect system has been rated by the Hockey News and other outlets, The Athletic. But it's when a team can come together and move the puck like that and know where each other are seemingly without even looking, that you start to get excited about some of the systems that the Kings and Reign, of course, are putting in play. Cameron Gauntz with the puck. Works it at Asamot. His shot bounces off the pads and up. It sits back down. Now once again back behind the goal. It's moved by Halloran. Marody comes away with it. Halloran jumps up, helps take it away. He and Gauntz, and then Bakersfield back onto it. Niemelainen out of his own zone and then moves it down the ice. The Reign will try to gather it back behind their own goal. They do. Holt's able to move it up the left wing side to Jack Paling. It's worked at center and turned quickly. Gambardella charging onto it. Holtz gets in his way. Now played by Malone into the corner. It comes back towards Holtz. It finds its way into the low slot. Now loose puck. Sutter has it. Sutter looks ahead at Jack Paling. Too far in front of him. Malone will gather it. Sutter not going to make it easy on him coming out of his own zone. Now to center it goes. Bakersfield forward. Puck is played in deep. Moverari will be the first man back to gather it. Plays it over to Jack Paling once again, who steams up the left wing side. It's worked by Sutter. Now over to Dudas, and Bakersfield controls it once again. Desharnais with it. McLeod, now Cracknell at center. Moverari with it. Reign ahead 3-2. They opened the scoring 1-0, and then with just 13 seconds to go in the opening frame, Bakersfield made it 1-1. Reign got on the board early, made it 2-1. Here's Cracknell trying to tie it up. He's stopped by Ingham, and the puck is moved out to neutral ice. Bakersfield was able to tie it later in the second on the power play, and the Reign quickly struck right back. And that's where we stand now. Madden with 2 goals. Kaliev sandwiched in between those two. Excuse me, Kaliev opening the scoring, and then Madden's the second 2. Reign are going to head back onto the power play here. Already ahead 3-2. They're 0 for 2 at the extra man, and they're going to get a third chance right here when we come back. We'll step aside. Holding is the call. Stanton to the box. And we'll be right back with more Ontario Reign hockey in the preseason from TSPC in El Segundo. Back inside Toyota Sports Performance Center. Ontario, their third power play opportunity of the game. 0 for 2 thus far. Bjornfoot with control of the puck. Passes over to Rasmus Kupari, who looks in towards the front of the net. Now back below the goal, Asamot looking back at Kupari. Now looking back to the point. He's tripped down, and Bakersfield is able to move it out to center, but Asamot pops right back up. Gets onto the puck. It's worked to the offensive zone. Kupari with a partial break. He's quickly met a few chances in front of the net, and now the puck finds its way out to the neutral zone. Bjornfoot all the way back at his own end. Tick half a minute off of the power play. Asamot over to the left wing side now. Gauntz. He'll drop it back. Looking at Bjornfoot. Now he doesn't quite get it there from this angle. Now played by Dudas. Kupari around the perimeter. Looks in below the goal line. Asamot. His path to Gauntz was taken away by a diving Gravel. Now the puck is back into the Reign end. It'll be played by Bjornfoot. Wheels it back to Akil Thomas. Open side of the ice. It's played by Arthur Kaliev. Now back below the goal line on Bakersfield's dangerous side of the ice. Tyler Madden has 2 goals, moves one in front of the net. It bounces around there and goes back behind the cage. It's played by Kaliev. He looks up. Dursey looks at Madden. Back to Kaliev. Wanted a one-time chance. Puck didn't sit. Dursey. Now Madden. He looks in. He'll send one across the crease looking for a deflection, but there was none for him. Now Madden back into the offensive end. Drops it off across. Kaliev shot. Save made by Rodrigue. Loose puck makes its way all the way out to neutral ice. Madden will try again. Just 12 seconds remaining on the Bakersfield penalty to Ryan Stanton for holding. Dursey forward, Kaliev looking middle, and Madden coming late. And Ontario's going to get whistled down for offside here. And puck bounced up off of Dursey's body outside of the zone before hitting back onto his stick. 8.5 to go in period number 2. 3-2 Ontario, over 3 on the power play. Want to keep you right here as we get a quick stoppage, as I want to give a tip of my cap to both Jesse Cohen and John Hoven, who are clearly listening to the broadcast and are texting me some updated stats from these preseasons. These guys have been following this team amongst some of the other writers. These are 2 of the best that cover the Reign, certainly ahead of the Kings insider Zach Dooley, as we all know. Tyler Madden, 6 goals on the season so far here in this exhibition, in these exhibition campaigns. 2 of those 6, of course, here tonight. In game 1, goals for the Reign came from Quentin Byfield and Blaine Byron. Tyler Madden in game 2 had 2 goals. Akil Thomas, Arthur Kaliev, and Jack Paling each had a goal as well in game 2. In game 3, Akil Thomas and Austin Strand. In game 4, Tyler Madden had 2 and Arthur Kaliev, so they seem to come in bunches for Madden. Again, thanks to Jesse and John. I'm going to assume if you follow me, you follow them, because, last time I checked, I'm still in the low 3 digits on Twitter. Maybe one day I'll get there, but it's not necessarily a stretch goal for me. Those guys are probably who you want to follow for your Kings news. Along with, we'll give them some love, the Kings insider, Zach Dooley. All 3 of them very into both the reigning Kings. And that's what we like to see. One big organization, one big happy AEG family. Mo Verari grabbing the puck out of his own zone. Phillips moves it up and ahead on the right wing side. It gets past his intended target in Paling, and Bakersfield will have a chance to turn it quickly around there into the offensive end. Puck down the wall. It gets past Cracknell. He'll charge in after Mo Verari. The 2 pass shoulders, and now the puck is stapled up against the end wall. It squirts free. Sutter, he has it come off his stick. Quick shot on goal that time. It doesn't quite get through. It's quickly moved aside. Saffin's try on Ingham. Ryan Stanton down the wall. Puck bounces up off the skate. Into the corner it goes. Saffin's after it. The Reign get to it. They'll try to move it up and out. Doesn't quite get there the first time. The second time, though, Sutter's able to move it as far as center ice. Marody to the offensive zone forward. Saffin behind the net. Doesn't quite get a lot of lumber on it, and Esamont's able to take the puck away. Moved out to center. Saffin. .6:45 to go in period number 2. Cooper Marody with the puck for Bakersfield as they ward the perimeter. Nice pass. Niemelainen, long shot deflects. Ingham is able to adjust and make a save. Marody with it again. Finds the middle of the line. Griffith looking in. Doesn't like what he sees and curls back. Now curls right back the other way. Walks in towards the front of the net, curling away. He's working himself into the corner of the offensive zone. Continues to hold on to the puck. Now finally maybe looks for a pass. Niemelainen, his long shot misses wide. Now puck played back below the goal line. Phillips trying to get it out of there. He gets hit hard into the wall, and that's going to be a boarding call against the Condors, who touch up on the puck. And Ryan Malone will go to the box. I believe that's who put the arm, the shoulder, whatever you want to call it, into the back, into the numbers of Phillips. He popped right back up. It was actually Ostap Saffin who was behind him, a little bit bigger of a body. He popped right back up, but it's really just whenever you see those numbers, if you continue and you push that hit hard enough, you can give him the bump. You just can't give him the whole forearm shiver. right into the side of the wall, and that's exactly what happened. That was a pretty easy one for Jordan Samuels-Thomas to put his arm up on. Ontario 0 for 3, though, on the power play. Looking for that insurance goal here late in the second period. It would be a big one. Jersey drops it off. And now riding into the offensive end, Akil Thomas hits Kaliev. Gets away from Madden, loose, big shot try from Kaliev, but he fans in the one-time attempt. Now it's played by Kaliev again, back to the blue line. Jersey long shot, it's deflected out in front and doesn't get through to the goal. Ingham, he wants to push the pace. Madden's into the offensive zone, he looks across into the slot. Jersey now trying to get it over back to Kaliev, but he doesn't connect. Loose puck, Bakersfield with it, trying to move it away. Rain charge to it. Akil Thomas on the power play forecheck gets control of it for the Rain. Cameron Gauntz with control. Kaliev looking to the blue line. It rides itself over to Tyler Madden. He walks down the wall. Madden back up top. Jersey looking at Kaliev, but he doesn't get enough stick on the puck, and it's a shorthanded chance for the Condors. Brassard is across. Malone keeps it. Brassard didn't get it in time, and he put it back behind the goal. Jersey, a good job defensively there, I believe, in between the two of them. 35 seconds remaining on Saffin's minor. Asimont up and ahead. He walks into the offensive end on the left wing side. Still some time on the power play. He goes back behind the net, out of the corner, looking up towards the blue line. Gauntz waiting there. He gets the pass from him, goes across the line again, but this one will have to be retreated out to center. Bjornfoot after it. Now Gauntz has control. Bjornfoot looking up and forward. 8 seconds to go on the Rain power play. That final clear should just about do it. Saffin standing at the penalty bench door, ready to slither his way out of there. He does. Asimont with it now. A little bit easier for both of these teams. The penalty bench is in between the two player benches. So when you come out of the box, you can just go right back to your bench immediately and someone can jump right out. You don't have to worry about crossing the 85 feet to get to your bench potentially in a dangerous moment. 3:59 to go in the second period. Ontario unable to convert on that power play. The score stays 3-2. Rain in control of the lead. We'll be right back. Back inside Toyota Sports Performance Center. Immediately a penalty coming to the Rain after that face-off. Lundstrom, though, works it out in front. What a save from Jacob Ingham coming across. He got it with the underside of his left pad as he did the splits to come across and keep that puck out. It looked like the Rain wouldn't even have to get their penalty kill unit out. Bakersfield would have just tied the game, but Ingham instead makes the best save of the game from either side there and keeps the Rain in control of the lead for now. Bakersfield 1 for 1 on the power play. They get their second opportunity of the night. It's a slashing call to Nick Paling. He'll sit for 2. And immediately the Rain get it to split the defense and get a quick clear. And Marody with control of it. Lundstrom looking across. And Dudas gets his stick in the way. Seth Griffith with control of it. And over the line, he can't quite get in there. It'll be offside. Puck sat on the blue line. What a vantage point we have here. Our vantage point the camera you're looking at is basically where I'm standing, and it's about, I don't know, 20 feet from the playing surface. Now I'm behind a pane of glass, which is safe, but I don't necessarily love for the sake of the game. You want to feel it, you want to hear it, and we can do that in our with our great crowd mic here, but it is definitely different. But hey, I'm just happy we're watching live hockey. It's been a while. As here another great save from Ingham graces our eyes with 3:18 to go in period number 2. 30 seconds off of the power play clock for Bakersfield to work with, and Ingham has been the best penalty killer, in that half a minute span. It is a very intimate experience, to say the least. Brad Malone steps in. Maybe I called him Ryan once or twice, but hey, we haven't seen hockey like this since, what, March? And that was in Colorado against the Eagles, the last rain game that I talked to you. So, I'm sorry. Here's Dudas. Puck out to center. Bakersfield still on the power play. Puck up and ahead. Condors in and forward. Gambardella tips the puck in deep. McLeod with it. Dudas after it. Sutter now forward. He launches it down the ice with authority. Rodrigue leaves it. Caldas will bring it forward, now drops it back, and McLeod will do the quarterbacking. This is how Bakersfield got one of their goals. McLeod steaming through the neutral zone, and he turns it back behind the goal. Marody with it out of the corner. Marody looking into the middle. Nice saucer pass. Finds Lundstrom. He'll try a shot, but right in the way of it that time is Madden. Defensively, great plays, 2 in this game from him. Puck into the corner. Sutter after it. Bjornfoot onto it. Trying to move it away, but Bakersfield's able to get to it. It sticks in front of the net and then sent way wide by Hamblin. Would have been his second of the game. Puck out to center. It gets past Sutter. He tries to regroup onto it. This one launches up, sits back down, out of play with 1:47 remaining in period number 2. In the rain, now back to even strength. So 1 for 2 on the penalty kill, Ontario. Not a great start, but they looked a little bit better there. Bakersfield still with some solid possession time in the offensive zone. While this is a preseason game, it's good to keep an eye on these things. I mean, a lot of these players are going to be the same ones that you see through the regular season, and there's not a lot of parity. The teams are staying in their divisions. You're not going to see a ton of different teams come through. Usually the AHL, it's pretty divisional, but especially this year. So there's going to be a lot to remember, a lot that gets remembered by these players, and these preseason games are certainly not going to be forgotten. Here to the offensive end, Asimont drops the puck down below the goal line. Played by Haller in there. Now back to Asimont. He looks to the blue line. Holtz will charge in. Shot intentionally wide off the end wall. Esposito after it, now out to center. Asimont controls. Halloran takes a whack from Gravel. Gives it right back to him. Gravel takes a look. Puck at center. McPhee sends the puck around the end wall. Ingham after it. Less than a minute to go in period number 2. Kaliev up and ahead. Madden charging after it. Puck back behind him. Kaliev onto it. Rain maybe trying to get a late one here. Bakersfield scored in the first period with just 13 seconds remaining to tie it. Right now Ontario up 3-2. They want to take that lead into the locker room as the puck is played on the right wing wall. Comes free. Madden, he'll battle after it, but he won't win that battle against Desharnais, who moves the puck up and out to center. Kaliev now across. He is able to play it to Phillips, who wraps it around the end wall with just 15 seconds remaining in period number 2. Kaliev will grab it. Dursey with it. And Ontario going to try to make the smart play. Dursey had Stukel racing towards him, and it looked like Stukel took the brunt of that collision. Nonetheless, that'll do it. Ontario, +1 goal differential in the second, gives them the lead heading into the third. It's 3-2 after 40 minutes gone. The final frame of regulation is now just less than 20 minutes away. Shots on goal in the second period, 8-7 in favor of Bakersfield, gives them the total of 19-16. But Ontario in control of the big numbers on the scoreboard. 3-2 after 2. We'll be back with you after the second intermission. It's the final Ontario Reign preseason game for the 21 season. Regular season starts just less than 2 weeks from tonight, Friday, February 12th, against the Tucson Roadrunners. It'll all be on AHL TV. Maybe use this intermission and get yourself a subscription of one of those so you don't miss any Reign action this season. We'll be back with the third in just a little bit. Period of play. Ontario with a 3-2 edge over the Bakersfield Condors in their final preseason game of the 2021 season. They're getting ready to take the ice. 3 total goals scored after a 1-1 first period in that second frame. Tyler Madden had both Ontario Reign goals. His first one came quickly, just over 2 minutes into the second period. Arthur Kaliev and Rasmus Kupari on the assists, and then Bakersfield would tie it up with a power play goal. James Hamblin from Adam Cracknell and Cooper Marody. The Reign, though, just less than a minute after Bakersfield's tying goal would reestablish their lead. Tyler Madden once again, this time a great pass from Cole Holtz for Madden to launch a one-timer into an open side of the goal. Arthur Kaliev, an assist on that one as well. He has been involved in every single goal thus far for the Ontario Reign. He has a goal and 2 assists. Rasmus Kupari has 2 assists in this game, and Tyler Madden, he has 2 goals. So no surprises there. The big guns, the guys that they talk about on all the websites, all the blogs, all the sports journals for the LA Kings. All those prospects, those are the guys getting it done here. And those are the guys that have done quite a bit this season. Tyler Madden has, as we heard John Hoven mention, had 3 multi-goal games now here in the preseason. And we'll see what happens when it starts mattering. When those, not that this doesn't matter, I shouldn't say that, but when it really starts, when they start counting the games, when they start counting the points to these players' career totals, come 13 days from today when the Reign open up against the Tucson Roadrunners here at TSBC on February 12th. That's a Friday. Play them again on Sunday, and you can catch all of those games on AHL TV. Be sure to get a subscription before the season begins. Ontario back skating left to right. Up 3-2. And Brett Sutter, for the 3rd time, will start a period with a face-off against Cooper Marody. Sutter, the win, Bjornfoot, Jersey, they'll move it up. Stukel takes it away. It's turned around. Griffith, an early chance. He walks to the right. Can't get a shot away. Nice defensive stick work by Toby Bjornfoot. Now back behind the net. Stukel gets to it. On his backhand, one-handed, plays the puck down the wall, but the Reign jump in. Halloran looking to take it away. He falls. He gets back up. We play on. Ingham moves one off the pad into the corner, and the puck is played up the wall once again. Now towards center. Marody has it poked off his stick by Jack Paling. Paling works it in deep. Ryan Stanton with control. Up and ahead now, over to the left. Hamblin after it. Turned around. Thomas drops it in down below the goal line. Cracknell after it now. Puck played by Asamont. His shot goes wide. He was stick checked in the process, so couldn't get full wood on the rubber. Now puck played out to the neutral zone. Mo Verari is back to try to fetch it for the Reign, but McLeod's up and ahead. He's had a good game thus far offensively. He's made a few opportunities for his team, one that ended up in the back of the net. Now McLeod out of the corner, drops off behind the net. It's worked around by Niemelainen, and now into the corner. It'll bounce all the way over to the right wing side where the Reign are able to push it towards center. Gravel launches it back into the offensive zone. Marcus Phillips retreats and gives himself time and space. Looks up and out of his own zone and then dispatches a pass up the right wing side that Dudas, he wanted to get a piece of it and work it deep into the offensive zone for the forecheck, but instead it gets past him and it goes for icing. Just less than 2 minutes into period number 3. 3-2 Ontario in control of it. John Wroblewski behind the bench getting ready to make his first appearance as an AHL head coach. The first one that will be a regular season game 13 days from now. Chris Height, the returning coach from last year, was an assistant last year and once again this year. And again, Craig Johnson joining the staff. Obviously a familiar name in Kings world. Over 400 games played with the Kings. Over 550 in the NHL. LA Kings player development since 2018. Chance out in front of Ingham's net. He comes across and is able to keep it away. And now the Reign launch the puck out of play. It deflects before it goes out, they say immediately. Bakersfield doesn't believe so, but a pretty vehement call. They're going to, so the officials are going to get in a group here and decide what to call. Clearly there's a conversation to be had. The second that puck was moved out of play, you saw the trailing linesman come in and immediately say that was deflected. That's Stephen Barry. And now I believe they are going to overrule Barry. He was on the wall, and now Barry will be the one to go speak with Wroblewski, who I guess perplexed would be the expression I'd use for his face right now. Nonetheless, you like it when the four officials get together. It did look like the puck went right out of play. I don't know if we're showing a replay or not on it. Nonetheless, it seemed like it went out of play. It seemed like Barry was in a good position to make the call. But when the four of them get together, generally there's a conversation to be had, and you just hope they get the right call. Well, Bakersfield is 1 for 2 on the power play. A chance to tie the game. Cooper Marody with the puck off the left wing wall. He works it down in front of the net. A short side chance is kept at bay. Ingham's able to hold his ground on the right post. Puck played up the wall. Holtz and Sutter after it. Sutter gets to it and moves it all the way down the ice. Hamblin with control of it out of his own zone. Puck back behind the net now, and it'll be brought up by Lundstrom. He drops it back behind him. Hamblin with it over to the right wing side. Marody. Now Marody looking into the middle as he had dropped the puck back to Griffith, who tried to work it laterally off the offensive zone, crossed the offensive zone, and it kicked off skates and went back down into his own end. Now Griffith utilizes his speed, passes to Cracknell. Reign get to the puck. They launch it 200 feet down. Just over a minute to go on the delay of game minor that sent Aiden Dudas to the box. Puck held back behind the goal. Slowly, Lundstrom will come out. Again drops it off. The same setup, and this time McLeod will try to weave over center. Pass to Malone. Malone back to McLeod behind the goal. McLeod launches it around over to the far side wing. Played by Gambardella on his backhand. Puck is poked. Not quite away from him. Overari getting in the way. It's kept in. McLeod looking in. Looks back towards the blue line at Cowdis. That doesn't pass to him as Phillips is able to close in on him. Puck moved right around. It's played off the wall by Malone. He'll work it across McLeod. McLeod holding up the hash marks back to the blue line. 10 seconds to go in the Bakersfield power play. Dudas trying to squeeze himself out of the crack between the glass and the door. The Reign get one more quick clear, and out of the box comes Dudas. He goes right to his bench. We skate 5-on-5. Ontario has killed their last two penalties against them. Now they move it into the neutral zone. It swings back deep into the defensive end. Ingham comes out to play it. Works it over to Gauntz, who will try to send it up and ahead. Puck played by Kaliev. In over the blue line. Kupari as the puck bounced away from him. He'll go hard in with Gravel, who takes the brunt of that collision. And the puck will be played by Madden. Now he looks down the wall. It bounces back to him, and he'll send it around and in deep. Kaliev gets to it. He works away from it. Down below the goal line, Gravel gets to it again. Took that hard hit. Now he's up playing with it and trying to work it out of his own zone. It's given away. Madden looking for number 3. It gets ripped off his stick. Now puck played by Bakersfield once again. Esposito will move it through the neutral zone, and he'll get it in deep into his offensive end. Cole Holtz is there. He has help from Kupari, and the puck is moved out to center once again. Past the 5-minute mark of period number 3. Stanton from center wraps the puck around the end wall. Gauntz now to it. They'll try to play it loose and up and ahead on the right wing side. It'll be worked into the neutral zone where Asamon is there. Nice drop pass from Asamon. Dursey, they're offside of the line, and they'll have to set up at center ice. Probably right in front of the Bakersfield bench. 14:37 to play. 3-2 the score. The last 2 Reign goals coming from Tyler Madden. The first one was scored by Arthur Kaliev, who has factored in to all 3 of those tallies. Bakersfield, their 2 goals, both of them tying goals. They have not held the lead here this evening. Dursey with it up and ahead, moves it forward. Asamon again is offside, and he's irritated. He was upset on the first one, and he's going to get a little reprimand quickly from Stephen Barry, the linesman, as they saw it for the second time. I think told him he didn't think either of them were offside. He looks at him and gives him a smile that doesn't make me think he's very happy with him. Here's Jersey with control off the face-off win by Akil Thomas. The puck around the back of the net. Stanton back behind the goal. Being this close to the ice, you get to pick up on that 80% of communication that isn't verbal quite a bit better than you do being high above it at Toyota Arena. Hamblin onto the puck, keeps it with him, takes a shot, but Jersey's able to get his stick in the way. The puck never got through to Ingham. Now the puck up the left wing side. Thomas again is onto it. Bjornfoot back behind the net. Jersey with control, looking up and out of his own zone. He gets over his defensive blue line and now over center, wraps the puck in around the end wall, peels off for a change. Stanton after it, Asimont looming. Puck lifted up towards center. One was high up and didn't hit the ceiling. This one comes down. It's a hand pass called. I'm shocked we haven't had a stoppage of play for a puck hitting the rafters. I'm sure we will this season. Likely multiple times. 13:36 to play in period number 3 from El Segundo, the Reign. They've got the lead 3-2, a tenuous one though, here in the middle stages of period number 3. In front of the Reign bench, it's Sutter who will go in on the face-off and line up against Cracknell, who gets the win against him. Sutter has won a large number of face-offs here tonight. Here Condors with the puck, shot in on Ingham, he handles it away. That's just one thing that season after season he seems to excel in. I'm not saying he's lost his speed or anything like that, but as players get older, they maybe lose that speed, they lose that quickness and agility. That's just natural. But the one thing that it almost seems he gets better at every single year are the face-offs. He's just able to understand when and where the puck's going to be dropped, how to beat each individual player. It's an art form. Here we're going to get a stoppage of play. Jordan Samuels-Thomas, one of our 2 referees, his arm was up. And I believe a roughing call is going to be assessed. And who's going to the box? That's the question. So it is roughing, and it's Aiden Dudas. So maybe caught behind the play. Well, Bakersfield scored early in the second period on their first power play opportunity of the game, but since then have been stymied by the Reign. Puck launched up the wing. Reign with it. Gauntz goes back to Kupari. Kupari gets a clear. And he and Madden will force Olivier Rodrigue to hold on to that puck, and Ontario 15 seconds into their kill will get a shorthanded face-off in the offensive zone. And what a great way for them to start the penalty kill. But a long time remaining on it, and a great opportunity for Bakersfield to get this game knotted up. The Rangers have not been able to extend that lead. They've been up 1-0. They've been up 2-1. And now, of course, here 3-2, but haven't quite been able to find that 2-goal edge just yet in this game. Bakersfield looms their attack out of their own zone. Lundstrom curls back towards his own end. A dangerous play. Sutter has the puck. Shorthanded, takes a shot. He misses it wide. Had to shoot quickly. Likely didn't have a chance. Maybe just trying to get it into the glove so he could work another offensive zone faceoff. He was moving one way when he got the puck and had to immediately go the opposite direction. But a strange play by Lundstrom as he had space out in front of him. And he curled back instead towards his defensive zone, and it kind of just allowed Sutter to stay right where he was and take the puck away with ease. A stoppage of play after, I believe, an offside, and we'll get a face-off right outside the Reign defensive end. Kupari lines up against Brad Malone. Madden on the right side of Kupari and Bjornfoot on the other. The defenseman moving up to fill the wing spot. Down a man. Caldas will play the puck over to the right wing side. Stukel from center drops it down below the goal line. Bjornfoot's after it. He launches it off glass. It'll roll out to center. Kupari moving quickly. Malone behind him. Kupari's in alone. He puts it just wide. Puck played by Madden now off the right wing hash marks as he's trying to come and take it right away from the Condors, but to no avail. They'll start up and ahead. Well, the Reign with 2, maybe even 3 good shorthanded chances. None better than that one. Their penalty kill has gotten better and better with each opportunity it's been out there here tonight. Bakersfield, though, still with 25 seconds to work on the attack with the extra man. The puck is played by Caldas at the blue line. Plays it over to Joe Gambardella, right back to Caldas. Caldas fakes a slap shot. McLeod looks in. He takes a shot. It finds a Gambardella, who puts it off the side of the goal. And the puck is then cleared by Ontario. 5 seconds remaining. On the power play, Asamot steals, turns and fires. He's stopped by Rodrigue, who then covers the puck up. As he does, Dudas skates out of the box. Ontario gets back to even strength. And they will find themselves with a face-off in the offensive zone, up 3-2. A big kill right there, and Kupari almost able to give the Reign that insurance goal, that 2-goal edge on the shorthand. He just out-raced everybody. He knew, too, Brad Malone was going to be right behind him, was going to be giving him some back-checking pressure, but he was still able to get a great chance in on the netminder, Rodrigue, and he just stayed right with him. It seemed like maybe the puck flipped up at the last second on his stick. Wasn't right able to get it to sit and put it up and over the blocker's side of Olivier Rodrigue. Reign trying to move the puck out of their own zone once again. Halloran with it. He'll lift it up over everybody. It hits the whiskers of the rafters here at TSPC. But still, no pucks have hit that roof. I am amazed. Gauntz with control of it. Plays it up to Kupari, up and forward. Esposito charging into the corner after it. Loose puck, finds Kupari, blue line. Gauntz looks in, fires a shot, it deflects, and then bounces back behind the goal. Now Kaliev from a bad angle, it finds the slot. Bakersfield is onto it, though. They'll work it up towards center. Safin gets pushed off the play by Gauntz. Ontario right back on the attack, looking to move it up and ahead. Holtz is in over the line, finds Kaliev in the slot. His shot misses just wide on the glove side. Now puck played into the corner once again. Ontario trying to get right back onto it. They won't be able to this time. Bakersfield holding into their own zone with 9.5 to go in period number 3. Holtz trying to one-touch the puck ahead to Kaliev. Second try gets it to him. Now it's Madden up the left. Safin launches it in deep. Ingham back behind there to stop the puck. Leaves it off for the defense. Ingham has been exceptional here in this game thus far. Some really, really key saves, including one when the game was still 3-2. And Bakersfield with the delayed man out there, the puck came across and Ingham made a great pad save on a 2-on-1 right across the net. Should have been in the back of the goal. It was one that he's not expected to make, but he did make. Cracknell up and ahead. Back out to center now. Reigns, Dudas. He'll try to turn it around. Puck loose up and ahead. It gets past Paling. Nick will charge to it. Bakersfield, though, with the puck. The Condors over center. Cracknell ahead. It's played by Hamblin down below the goal line. Crunching hit in the corner. The puck still underneath multiple bodies. Bakersfield has it. Gravel in the middle of the blue line now strafes over to the right. Skating backwards, he launches the puck around the angle of the boards. Careens into the corner and then stops. And it's battled for. Dudas will come out with it. Kicking it to his stick, he pushes it ahead. Nick Paling over center. He has Sutter ahead of him. He gets right up to the blue line and just tosses it in deep. His line will peel off for a change. One man stays out there, and Halloran will try to get onto the puck. Now he'll eventually head over to his own bench, you imagine, and get a change. Well, not just yet. Gauntz with control of the puck. Holtz moves it across, off the wall. Asamont has it in stride. He's up the right wing. He curls in towards goal. Bad angle shot goes high over the cage. And we get a stoppage of play as the net is off its mooring. 7:35 to go in period number 3. 3-2 Ontario. They're in possession of the lead past the middle stages of period number 3. We'll be right back. .35 to go in period number 3. Ontario ahead 3-2. And Bakersfield has had their chances. It's been a real three-phase effort for the Reign. Their goaltender has been great. The defense has won those little battles, the most recent of which Aiden Dudas battling for the puck back behind his own goaltender. He's just trying to move it away from multiple Condors, 2 of them on his tail. He kicks it to his stick. He moves it up and ahead. He ends up moving a scoring chance up to Mikey Asamont, who has a ton of guys around him, but uses his speed and gets a shot on goal, and now a face-off in the offensive zone near a puck out in front of the net. Kaliev with it towards the net, and now Bakersfield's onto it. But it's all of those phases complementing one another that have given the Reign this lead. They've just been that little bit better than Bakersfield so far, and right now it's on the scoreboard. Kaliev up and ahead. Puck turned back into the neutral zone. Bjornfoot out of his own end now gives to Dursey. Reign sent it in deep. It goes off of Malone's stick, so no icing. Stanton after it. He's quickly met as Kaliev storms in, takes the puck away. Dursey had cycled down to help out with that battle. So as Kaliev moved the puck back towards him, it went all the way down the ice. Kupari helping out in the corner as well there. Now it's moved forward. Bjornfoot gets it in deep once again. Dursey will try to play onto it. He didn't quite get there in time, but Halloran turns it around. Asamont has the side of the goal. He walks to the front of the net, fires a shot. Save made. Loose puck out in front. Bakersfield is able to work it away, and they have numbers up ice if they hurry. Into the offensive zone. Marodi has it bounce off his stick into the corner, and he's quickly met there by Asamont with a crunching collision. Now Dursey back behind the goal. Works it over to Marcus Phillips. He'll look up and ahead. He plays a saucer pass into the neutral zone. And then it's taken away by Bakersfield. Again, they'll move it to the offensive end. Griffith with control, waiting for reinforcements. They don't get there in time. The Reign are able to attack him, and Thomas moves it out to center. 6 minutes to go in period number 3. Into the waning stages now. Aiden Dudas moves it into the offensive zone. Puck out at center. Gauntz with control of it. Out of his defensive end now, it's played up and forward. Dudas is offside. He's going to have to tag up. And he jumped the line just a second before that puck got in. And now it's turned around. Bakersfield up and forward. McLeod skating through bodies, throws it in deep. He'll try to collect it himself, but Gauntz with such a great defensive play moves it right out. Now the puck hits the ceiling. I told you it would happen. It's finally happened. 5:24 to go in the third, and we get a stoppage of play from the puck touching the ceiling. So there it is. I thought it would happen way earlier. I started talking about it here in the third. Finally, it was getting to me. And now finally it's happened. One more break. Final stretch of regulation is coming up. We'll be right back. What a great game this has been. I'm Cameron Close. Welcome back into TSBC in El Segundo, the site of Ontario Reign's home games. I know we all wish we could be in Toyota Arena. I know so many season ticket members are listening right now, and I know you want to call your rep, your John Payne, whoever might be helping you out with your tickets, and I know you want to get in there, and we wish we could have you in Toyota Arena, but you'll just have to watch on AHL TV and then enjoy the friendliness of the Reign staff, hopefully the very next season. Hamblin up and ahead. Gaunce after it. It's turned. McLeod has it in the offensive zone. Throws it through the net mouth and out the other side. Stanton over the left wing side. Looking at McLeod, who jumps in deep. Cole Holtz after it first for Ontario out of the corner. Holtz goes down, but he moves the puck as he does, and Halloran has it. He's created a few chances on the right. This time he turns middle, speeds around Stanton. Halloran taken out. Is it going to be? No, penalty shot. He thought he might have got in. You thought he might have got past Stanton a bit. What speed from Halloran. They'll just give him the benefit of the tripping minor. It looked like he had a step. I'd like to see him take it. You think at preseason, maybe you get the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you get that little extra, we all want to see it, right? Oh, Ontario's going to call their timeout here. John Wroblewski is going to say, now's the time. This is an opportunity for us to all but put this game away. There'll still be quite a bit of time remaining, but it would make this one a lot easier to wind out. Well, Halloran has been extremely impressive, I have to say, this whole game. Every time he has that puck on the right, he creates something, and he's done it so many times tonight. That's the first time we've seen him use his speed to just work immediately middle. He turns the veteran defenseman Ryan Stanton. He makes him, he has no chance of staying with him even when he was in a great position. So Halloran, excited to see what he could do potentially as the season progresses. 4 years at Colorado College, an AHL deal in the offseason, and every so often you get a guy that maybe you don't necessarily expect to have a big impact on your team and ends up being, one of the most pivotal players in and game out. He might be that guy. He certainly has had his opportunities here in this game. So Stanton, the trip. Ontario 0 for 4 on the power play. And they'll get set for their 5th opportunity. And it's not necessarily about your percentage as much as your timeliness. And this would be a timely insurance goal for the Reign. Ontario, they keep it. Offensive zone, Madden. Looking back at the blue line, has it in the slot. It falls off his stick. Kaliev finds it, fires a shot, and it's found underneath a lot of skates. A lot of credit right there to Rodrigue. He had to stay with that puck as it moved right around his defensive zone and then eventually sat right next to him. He located it extremely quickly. A good start for Ontario. Took 17 seconds off of their power play, their 5th power play of the night, up 3-2 here. Sean Dursey with control of it. Now Kaliev, Sutter to the goal line in front. Sutter gets it right back. Kaliev gives him space. And Sutter turns it to the open side of the ice. Madden drops off Dursey. He's quickly met by Cracknell. The puck sits down in front of the net. Kaliev trying to find control of it. It shoots free. And now Cracknell wants to turn transition. He'll work into the offensive end, curl back, and then send it across. Niemelainen coming in, grabs to it. Long shot, easy save for Ingham. 70 seconds for the Reign to work with their power play. Dursey with control of it. He looks and scans his options. And now drops to Asamot. Asamot pinned in deep right now. He'll work it over to Bjornfoot, who will quarterback this rush. Now Bjornfoot dispatches a pass over to Dudas, who drops back to Asamot. Asamot, speed over the blue line. He's into the offensive zone. He goes towards the back of the net. Now throws it out in front. It gets kicked right back to him. Asamot still with the puck. Up top, Gauntz looking for a lane. Instead, he hits Bjornfoot. He's got one, and he takes a shot, but he misses wide. This puck cracks off the glass and then works itself out to center. It's played once again by Gauntz, and now Bjornfoot. Bjornfoot's pass hits off Kupari's stick. That allows Stukel time to work it in deep. Ontario, now with just 20 seconds remaining on their power play, they'll work ahead to Kupari. Bjornfoot over to the left wing side. Dudas has it tipped off his stick back out to center. Ontario re-corrals it there. Cameron Gauntz with it, injects a puck into the offensive zone, but it hits off the glass, off of a stanchion, and then goes out of play. 6 seconds remaining on the Reign power play. 2:44 to go in period number 3. So in all likelihood, barring an amazing set face-off play, Ontario's 0 for 5 tonight, but they still have the lead. They have still done well enough on the special teams and done well enough, especially 5-on-5, to be in great position in this game and the waning moments of it. Desharnais out of his own zone, looks up and ahead. He holds it now back below the goal line. McLeod on the left, walks into the offensive zone. Trying to work it middle. The pass too hot to handle for Griffith. Reign trying to get back to it. We skate 5-on-5 now. Puck then sent down the ice. It gets past the Condors, though. No icing. Desharnais after it. He's going to be met by Sutter. Charging in now, Paling. He'll try to get to it as well. It's Jack Paling back behind the net. Puck worked into the corner. Played by Akil Thomas. He looks back at Phillips at the blue line, but Phillips already retreating. A 3-on-2 for the Condors. Trying to tie the game. Marody walks in. Nice defensive play by Marcus Phillips. He works the puck away. Bakersfield, though, back to it. Down below the goal line. McLeod looking out in front. McLeod in his backhand now. Strafes the puck over to Griffith. Along the wall, he looks back. Net empty for Bakersfield now. 6-on-5 as they try to tie it with 1:45 to go. Griffith looks in, holding, fires it across. It gets away from McLeod. He regroups onto it. McLeod down below the goal line. It's worked out in front. Griffith a shot. Save made by Ingham. He punches it out with the blocker. Bakersfield still in possession for now. The net empty. They have 6 skaters out there as they try desperately to tie this game. Puck played up by Stanton to Lundstrom. He looks in, trying to find a lane to shoot through. Finally thinks he's found one, but the puck is blocked, and it's worked out to center. Lundstrom has it again with 75 seconds remaining in regulation time. Lundstrom works it into the middle. It's held onto by Griffith once again. Off the half wall, Griffith looking for a pass. He's quickly smothered and met by Kupari, but he works it away to Lundstrom. Back to Griffith now, holding Lundstrom. Cocks and fires. He fans on the one-timed attempt. Now Madden trying to win the puck free, but it's kept in deep by the Condors. Puck back below the goal line now with less than a minute to go in regulation time. It's played by Kaliev. He can't get it out. Griffith keeps it into the line with his glove. Up top, Stanton a drive. That one misses wide of the net. Maybe a piece of it gotten by Ingham. Now Cracknell looking back to the blue line. He holds it in his backhand. Plays it over to Stanton. Works along the wall with less than 40 seconds to go. Ontario holding on to their tenuous 1-goal lead. It's played by Griffith down below the goal line. Cracknell out in front. Puck is loose. Saved by Ingham. And the puck is worked out of play. Well, Ingham sprawling across. He got a big piece of it with the blocker, I believe. And he was able to work it up and into the whale netting back behind the goal. It'll be a face-off in the defensive zone for Ontario. Less than 30 seconds remaining in period number 3. And will Bakersfield call their timeout? They will. Jay Woodcroft wants to have a chat, see if he can put something together to get this game tied. The Reign were stuck in their own zone. Bakersfield, their 6-on-5 offense was tremendous. It was suffocating. Ontario couldn't get the puck out. Tyler Madden had a chance to do it, but the Condors were able to keep it in. They were able to keep applying pressure. Seth Griffith really quarterbacking things. The veteran played quite a bit of AHL, quite a bit of NHL games as well. He's going to be, you can tell, already an A on his sweater, a big addition to the Condors this season. And no surprise, he's back out there. even after probably skating for the last minute and a half. The net's been empty since right around the 2-minute mark, maybe a little less than that, but credit to the Condors. What a big face-off coming up, and no surprise, Brett Sutter. We talked about his face-off prowess. He's going to step in on it, and he will line up and try to win it against Adam Cracknell, who has had some success against him tonight. This one is a Sutter win. Reign get to it, trying to work it away, trying to ice the game. It's pushed forward. Kupari has a look towards the empty net. He hits it. It's 4-2, and the Reign are going to win. "20 seconds showing on the clock in Ontario. After outlasting Bakersfield, keeping the puck out of the back of their net for a long 6-on-5 effort, get a big face-off win from their captain, and Rasmus Kupari finishes the play into the open 6x4 to make it 4-2. Now, it's been a while since I've seen a hockey game live. I think I said March, and I know that some of you were able to catch last night's affair in, I believe, Anaheim against San Diego. But being here, being at it, and seeing the Reign, it's been a great one to watch, and you can tell that these players haven't missed a beat. Jacob Ingham has been spectacular. Some key saves, especially down the stretch. His best probably coming towards the beginning of this third period. But I believe he got a piece. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the benefit of replay. We don't have all the cameras set up, everything like that. I believe he got a big piece of that final chance that went out of play right before Bakersfield called their timeout with about 30 seconds to go. I think that was in the back of the net if it wasn't for Ingham. Last preseason game before the 2021 AHL season begins, and Ontario takes it home, 4-2 final. Jacob Ingham getting the victory. Again, a number of key saves. Tyler Madden with 2 goals in this game. That's his 3rd goal in this preseason with 2 goals. He finishes the preseason, the exhibition games off with 6 total goals. Arthur Kaliev factoring into 3 of the goals, a goal and 2 assists. And Rasmus Kupari with the empty net tally to seal the deal. Tyler Madden's 2nd goal of the game goes up as the game winner. But a fun one to watch for sure. Bakersfield able to get 2 goals in this game. Adam Cracknell getting the first one, a play created by by Cody McLeod. That was really impressive. He danced through the neutral zone and was able to just beat maybe 3 different Ontario Reign skaters before putting the puck in the back of the net. And James Hamblin getting the 2nd goal of the game that at the time would tie it. Ontario, though, never trailed in this game. They led 1-0, they led 2-1, and 3-2 before getting the empty net goal to seal the deal. A 4-2 final from El Segundo Toyota Sports Performance Center, where the Reign will open the AHL regular season against the Tucson Roadrunners on Friday, February 12th. That's just 13 days away. That's 13 full days to get your AHL TV subscriptions so you can watch every game this season. Now, I know you have 13 days. They're not going to run out of subscriptions. I'm not going to lie to you or anything like that. But why would you wait till the last minute? Just don't. Take advantage of it. Make sure you are set. Commit yourself to the American Hockey League this year. We want to see you watching. We want you to be looking at these players who are going to be a big part of the Kings' future in years, maybe in months to come. You don't know who is going to be starting on the team next season, let alone in a couple seasons from now. Nonetheless, I want to thank Tyler Booyer for setting up our broadcast here tonight, and the Reign staff for having me back. I know that I have told you all I'll be leaving, but I'll be here to see you through a few more games. So thanks to all of them for allowing me to come on and watch some Ontario Reign hockey live and in person before I do head out of Dodge. I'm Cameron Close. This has been a broadcast of Ontario Reign hockey. We'll talk to you in 13 days for the Reign's opening game against the Tucson Roadrunners. 4-2 final. Have a good one.